Biden built a dock in Gaza. This is so that people in Gaza can get food. Because as we all know, Islamic countries don't like taking care of its people unless they can do it through slavery, which is what they did in Dubai. And that's why Dubai is a terrible, crap hole country that no one should ever visit nor celebrate. So this is the article here. It says a U.S. made pier built to bring food to Gaza is now facing one of its most significant challenges. Humanitarian partners are having to decide whether or not it is safe to keep delivering supplies by sea to starving Palestinians, according to the press. You know, because Palestine can't take care of its own people because it's a garbage country. The pier, a $230 million project, was announced by Joe Biden in March. You know, right around the time, I don't even know if that was around the time. Remember Hawaii? All those people who were suffering in Hawaii because of the fires and all that? They don't get any money. Or they do, they get like pocket change. But Gaza, you know, the terrorist people, to help the terrorist country out, we're gonna build a dock so we can feed them. Because their government can't take care of their people. Why are we paying for this? Why is our country responsible for paying for other crappy government's problems? Why is it our responsibility? Like, I get it, it's sad. I've seen the videos of the kids starving. I know, I get it, it's sad. I don't like it. But it's also not our responsibility. It's not America's responsibility to help other countries. Okay? Sometimes you just gotta go, well, that's your crappy leadership. If you don't like it, you gotta get a different leader. That's what we gotta encourage other countries to do. Palestinians are celebrating their leaders, but they're starving. Like, does anyone else not see what's wrong with Palestinian people? They're like, oh, our leadership's so great, go Hamas. But you're starving to death because the same people that you're praising are the same people not taking care of you. So the pier is intended to be an alternative route to bring aid to Gaza amidst the ongoing blockade and conflict with Israel. So, you know, if there wasn't a conflict, they would have no problem bringing Palestinians food. But since Hamas attacked Israel first and started this unnecessary war, they can't do it anymore. So, here's my opinion. Here's my idea. Don't give them food. I know it's sad, but this is their fault. And you might be like, oh, but Palestine probably doesn't, the Palestinians don't even like, no, they support Hamas. They 100% do. This is their fault. They should have to live with it. It's sad, but it's true. Okay? Live with it. You made your bed, sleep in it. You support Hamas, you like what they're doing, you're not going to get our food. Because we're not going to die getting hit by a missile just to feed you guys. It was faced with numerous obstacles, including storm damage, security concerns, leading to intermediate suspensions of operations. The U.S. military is said to be considering dismantling the humanitarian pier off the coast of Gaza for the second time in weeks due to the rough sea conditions in the eastern Mediterranean. So, $200 and something million to some garbage bridge that doesn't work. It's not even a bridge, it's a pier. But it doesn't work. That's kind of sad if you think about it. Anyway, the UN the World Food Program halted its use of the pier following an Israeli raid on June 8th that killed over 270 Palestinians. I hate that right there. 270 Palestinians. Because the people there, the Palestinians, were keeping the hostages hostage. And they weren't all Palestinians. They were, yes, they're all Palestinians, of course. But they weren't just Palestinian civilians. They were people who were working with Hamas. Okay? This is all garbage. Everyone's like, has sympathy for this. Now, if you just want the war to end, whatever, like, I get that, yeah, the war should end. But I don't feel bad for the Palestinian people because they asked for this. They want this. They're cheering this on, most of them at least. And they're the ones helping Hamas. Because the people taking hostages are the civilians. The hostages were found in civilian housing. The civilian houses. The civilians were the ones taking the hostages. So, yeah. They weren't Palestinians. They were working with Hamas. They're all terrorists. Sorry. So it killed over 270 Palestinians and raised questions about the piers' neutral. It's neutral and safety. I'm not going to be able to say that word. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to say that. I have a speech impediment, so it's hard to say certain words. The operation to rescue the hostages involved the use of the area near the pier, although both the U.S. and Israeli militaries deny the pier itself was used in the raid. The incident promoted the UN to suspend the cooperation pending security review. Yeah, maybe it's not smart to send civilians into war zones and help bring out food. Maybe, just maybe, that's not a smart thing to do. If you want, what you could do is you could have, helicopters and planes drop off food. Take a care package, you take like a box with a parachute on it, you push out of a plane, and then you have all the food that you need in there, and you can just have them use that. I don't know why it's so hard to have that as a kind. It would have been cheaper than Biden paying $200-something million for some stupid dock. That event cast doubt for humanitarian groups about whether aid workers can cooperate with the U.S. military-backed Israeli military-secured project without violating humanitarian principles and principles of neutral and independence. It's the word neutral with a Y at the end. I can't say it for some reason. There are also concerns about aid workers being seen as U.S.-Israeli allies and then being targets. So they're worried that they might be considered targets, which, yeah, you're in a terrorist war zone. They don't really care who they kill. They're just bad people. Reporters, the UN humanitarian chief Martin Griffith empathized with the importance of assessing the situation thoroughly. You can be D-word sure we are going to be very careful about what we assess and what we conclude, he told AP. Thank you for watching all the way through the end. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, you can tune into my full show to watch all of my episodes early. And as always, God bless.